L.G.M. International, a faith channel for heavenly influence in Earth's affairs.
The title of today's message is we're going to learn about these three characters, these three people, these very three important people. If we learn from their life, families and friends, if we can learn something from their life, I think our spiritual life will radically change. Are you ready to radically change? It's your choice. If you take the lesson that comes from the life of these three people, these three characters, important people in the gospel, your spiritual life will radically change if you follow their footsteps. As the song was singing, the singer said, I call on the God of Jacob. We know that the God that we know is called as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac and Jacob. He was calling on the God of Jacob. In this service, we are calling on the God of Abraham, on the God of Joseph, on the God of the Shunammite woman. We are calling on the God of Prophet Yamane. We are calling on Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And we're going to learn from these three individuals. And if we take after them, I really truly believe our spiritual life will take a serious dimension, a radical change, a serious transformation. One night, Joseph had a dream. And when he told the dream to his brothers, they hated him even more for his dream. We were out on the field, he said, tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly, my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine. His brothers listened to this and they responded to him, so you think you will be our king? Do you think you will reign over us? And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Hey. Hey. I love my big brother Joseph. I want to take after Joseph. I want people to hate me for my dream. Have you ever told a dream and people hated you for it? I have. I have shared multiple dreams and people hated me for it, man. It's okay. Let me go into the message. You know what? I'm glad that I'm somehow smiling and laughing because this matches on with what I want to tell you from my heart. Have you ever seen really happy people? Like really happy people. Have you ever seen happy people? You have? Like people who are glad. They're just happy. But when you look at their life, there is nothing to be happy about. They're happy all the time. They're joyful all the time. But when you look around their life, there is nothing to be happy about. Why are they happy like that? I'm talking about a specific group of people. That they are happy all the time regardless of their surrounding. Because of the dream that they have, that God has put in them. And that dream is a dream that they even alone believe in. No one else believe in their dream. They told the dream to others. People hated them for it. They didn't believe in them. They boo them for it. They look at their life and they say, what are you talking about? You're going to become a prime minister? You're going to become a king? You're going to become a billionaire? You're going to own a Cadillac? Get out of here. You're going to have a mansion? You're going to take the gospel all around the world? They look at you and say, please, go dream something you can accomplish. Go get a job first. That's how they belittle you when you tell your great dream that God has given you. Of course, it's a great dream because heaven gave it to you. Heaven is not going to give you a small dream. But when you talk about it, people look at you and they say, please look at your life first. There's people who are so happy regardless of their surrounding because of the dream that God gave them. And they don't even care that nobody believes in the dream. They believe in it. Families and friends, learn from the wisdom of Joseph. People don't have to believe in your dream. Believe in your dream by yourself. He had a dream. And his dream was about to be tested. His dream was about to be crucified. His dream was about to test the fire. Wow. He believed in his dream alone when all his brothers did not believe in him. Don't worry. Be encouraged. Your brothers may not believe in you. Your brothers might throw you into the pit. Your brothers might kick you around. Your families and friends may look at you and make fun of you. They look at your life and they say, this person, they don't know what they are doing. They can do everything to you. Don't give up. Don't change your dream. Don't compromise because of what's going on around you. Keep on being happy. Keep on putting a smile. Keep on believing in the dream that heaven gave you. Because heaven will accomplish that dream for you. Just follow the way. Which way? The way of Abraham. You want to accomplish the dream? Follow the way of Abraham. Do you want to be Joseph? Follow the way of Abba Abraham. Which is the way of Abba Abraham? Your duty is to obey God's instruction. His duty will be to bring your dream to reality. So when Joseph arrived, his brothers ripped off the beautiful robe that he was wearing, and they grabbed him and threw him into the pit. Now the pit was empty and there was no water in it. Families and friends, the things that are surrounding your dream can be dead. They can be like there's no life. There is no way it can come to pass. Continue to believe in your dream. Don't give up in your dream. Focus on your dream. Don't focus on the pit condition. Don't focus on the pit condition. Focus on the dream. Don't look at the pit. Look at the dream. Don't bother yourself with the pit. The pit will come. The dry season will come. Being thrown away will come. Being laughed at will come. But continue to do something. Continue to do the wisdom of Abba Abraham. Your duty is to obey the instruction heaven gives you. Heaven will bring your dream to pass. Heaven will lead you. It's one step at a time in how to bring that dream to reality. Don't worry about what people say. So Joseph found favor. This is way years later, families and friends. Joseph was captured by the tribe of the Ishmaelites. That's another message that one day I need to preach about. Why the Ishmaelite even existed. God has a purpose for everything. The tribe of Ishmaelite grabbed Joseph. They sold him into Egypt. Egypt treated Joseph very harshly. But down the road, in the story that tells us from verse 39, this happened in the life of Joseph. Joseph one day found favor in his sight, in the sight of the servant of the king. Then he made him overseer over his house and all that he owned under his authority. So it was from that time that he made him overseer of all the house, all that he made, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of the Lord was on all the time that he had in the house and in the field. Joseph was so blessed, families and friends. But here I have a challenge for you. Joseph came to a time that all the favor, all the comfort surrounded him. But still, he was not satisfied. He was focused on his dream. What is my point? Don't let comfort confuse you and disfocus you from the main point of purpose of life, from your main dream. What was the main dream of Joseph? Not to work for the king's servant's house. Joseph's dream was to be the prime minister. Joseph's dream was to be the second commander. Joseph's dream was to save the Israelites. Your dream is to save your generation. Your dream is to be the second commander. Your dream is to take it around the world. Your dream is to leave a legacy, to leave something on this earth that will outlive your life. Your dream is to take it with you to heaven and to stand in front of Jesus and to be told, well and faithful servant. Don't allow comfort to confuse you. Just because you are getting comfortable, just because you are making money, just because things are working out for you, don't think you have accomplished the dream. Don't think you have made it just because you have money. Don't think you have made it just because you got your degree. No. Your dream, focus on the dream. Don't let enjoyment disfocus your dream. Here's the thing, the devil is not always gonna fight you by arrows. He will also fight you by apples, by oranges, by bananas, by strawberries. Hey, Satan. Satan is not always gonna throw arrows and axes and fire at you. No, there will be a time that he will look at you and he will say, well, how about I throw an apple at him? What will you do? You see an apple coming, you grab it, you start eating it. Hey, you eat the fruit of the devil. I wish I can preach this to the world. One day I will. One day I will stand in front of millions. One day. You see, Joseph, because he knew he did not belong in the servant's house, in Potiphar's house, his dream drove him out of Potiphar's house. What happened? Verse 20. So the people took Joseph and threw him into prison, where the king's prisoners were held, and there he remained. He went to prison to meet the king's prisoners. Joseph's connection to the king was not even through Potiphar, was through the prisoners of the king. God will take you to prison so that you can meet the king. People think God will take you to prison because life has ended for you. That's it. You have failed in life. No, God will take you to prison so that you can meet the prime minister. God will take you to prison so that he can take you to your dream. I will go to prison. I will go to fire. You see, when Joseph went to prison, even in prison, Joseph did not give up in his dream. He still focused. He still said, okay, I will believe. His prison did not discourage his dream. Don't let your discomfort, your prison, your tough times, your hard times make you forget what God's dream is on your life. Don't think that you have failed in life just because you are doing a Zoom service. Just because 10, 7, 6 people are in the Zoom service. God is calling you for millions. How do you think God is going to trust you for millions if you will not be trusted for 6 people? Be wise. You are serving God, not man. You're serving heaven, not this normal ministry that you can abuse however you want. God has a plan. Are you willing to trust Him? Are you willing to believe in the dream even when it is in prison, even when it's painful? The outside condition will not overcome you when you're conscious of your dream. You will lose your dream if you are focused on your outside condition. If you are focused on the pit, you are focused in prison, you are focused on the arrows and the apples the devil is sending you. Focus on the dream. Be conscious of the dream at all situations. Don't let the happy moments and the sad moments make you lose the dream. Looking at life, its storms and adversities from a human point of view is a trap from Satan. If you want to accomplish your dream, don't look at your dream from a human point of view. Don't look at your service from a human point of view. Don't look at God's calling over your life by the storms you will face, by the adversities that will come against you, by the struggles that you will face. Don't. That's a trap of Satan. Satan wants you to look at the storm. Satan wants you to look at the adversity. Satan wants you to focus on the hard times. And Satan also wants you to be fooled by the apples and the strawberries he will send you. Don't think you will accomplish your dream by human effort and by human point of view. You will do it by God's power and by the way of the Spirit, where people will not normally understand. People will think you gave up on the dream. People will think you have quit. People will think you have compromised. Let them. Your way is spiritual. You're the only one who knows the dream. Stick to it. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone.